Well, hello, lovely math students. Today we are going to learn how to solve one-step equations. In order to solve a one-step equation, we're going to be isolating the variable, wherever that variable might be, and we're going to solve or isolate the variable using inverse operation, aka opposite operation. So if I have n plus 4 equals 10, I want to know what n is. And I think really we should be able to tell that n is equal to 6 because 6 plus 4 is 10. But in order to get the n isolated, we're going to get rid of the 4. So it's like minusing 4. But whatever we do to the left side, we have to do to the right side because that's the subtraction property of equality. I'm going to subtract 4 on both sides. So that n is equal to 10 minus 4, which is 6. Do we know n is 6? Yes, but this is a process of doing a one-step equation. It doesn't matter if it's on the left or the right. So in this case, the x is on the right side. So that's your left side of your equal sign, and that's the right. I'm going to be moving the 2 on both sides of the equation. So I'm going to subtract 2, because the opposite of addition is subtraction, on both sides. Negative 5 minus 2 is negative 7. Negative 7 is equal to my x. And I just like to keep it in whatever order it's in. So if the x is on the right, let's leave it on the right. We can go ahead and try, oh, do I have a fraction? Another one. Kind of come down here because if it's a fraction, same thing is going to apply. I am just going to, the opposite of subtraction is addition because my variable t is on the left side. That's what I want. So I have to get rid of the 21, the negative 21. And I'll do that with inverse operation, which is adding 21 on both sides. So that t is equal to, in this case, it's nice and easy, 21 and 9/10. I want you to pause and try 3, 4, and 5. Now that you are back and you have tried these on your own, I'm going to run through them. Here's my x, and I want it by itself. So then I'm going to get rid of the 19.4 using inverse operation. The opposite of subtraction is addition. So I would add 19.4 on both sides. So that x is equal to negative 27 plus 19.4. Two different signs. I'm going to subtract and keep the sign of the larger number. So 27 minus 19.4 is going to give me 7.6. And the larger number is negative, so negative 7.6. For number 5, I want y. So I will get rid of the 5. I add 5 on both sides. So that y is equal to negative 5. Negative 10 plus 5 is negative 5. On number 5, I want r by itself. I want this alone, so I'm going to get rid of the 80. It's a positive 80, and the opposite of addition is subtraction. So I would minus 80 on both sides. So that r is equal to 160 minus 80, which is positive 80. Now this is addition and subtraction. Come on down. We're still going to be doing the same thing, inverse operation, only now it's multiplication and division. So if I have 10m, the fact that the number is right beside the variable, it means multiplication. The opposite of multiplication then is division. So to get m all by itself, I'm going to divide both sides by 10. 10 divided by 10 is 1, so this is 1m. And 60 divided by 10 is 6. So your m is equal to 6. 10 times 6 is 60. 22 is equal to a divided by 5. Sometimes you see this division bar for division, only because at this point this is 6th grade. A lot of times, though, you'll see it with the actual division bar as in number 9. Nonetheless, to get rid of the 5, you would multiply both times by 5. And remember, the parentheses means multiplication. So that 110, I'm sorry, the 5 will cancel out. And I'm left with the a on the right side. So a is equal to 110. And to be fair, 110 divided by 5 is 22. For number 9, I think I'll let you try. Go ahead and try number 9, 10, 11 on your own. All right, now that you have tried 9, 10, and 11 and paused it, welcome back. This is saying x is divided by 3. The opposite of division is multiplication. So to get rid of the denominator 3, you would multiply both sides by 3. So that cancels out, and I get 1x is equal to negative 10 times 3, which is negative 30. For number 10, if I want to get y by itself, again, my y is hanging out on my right side. And it's being multiplied by the negative 8. So if I want to get y all by itself, I'm going to do the opposite of multiplication, which is division. And I will divide by negative 8 because my y needs to be positive. So I divide both sides by negative 8. The 8 will cancel out on the right. Now 56 divided by negative 8 is going to give us negative 7. And all I have left is the y. So your y is equal to negative 7. And negative 7 is equal to y. Number 11, we have negative 31 times y equals 310. So the opposite of multiplication again is division. I divide both sides by negative 31. That's what cancels that out so that y is by itself. And 310 divided by negative 31 should be negative 10. Number 12 is going to be tricky because we have a fraction. 9 is equal to 3/8 times r. So in order to get r by itself, I am going to have to divide. It's 3/8 times r, and the opposite of multiplication is division. So I would divide by 3/8. But this looks weird. So let's try it down here. 3/8 divided by 3/8. Well, we know that when we divide fractions, divide a fraction by a fraction, we actually multiply by the reciprocal. So we keep the first one, we change the sign, and we flip the second one, the reciprocal. So now we get 24 over 24, which is just 1. That's what's going to cause this to cancel out and become just 1r. So instead of dividing it like that, we know to divide that fraction then, we're actually going to multiply by the reciprocal 8 over 3. And if I do it to the left, I'm going to have to do it to the right. So the r is equal to 8 times 9, which is 72, divided by 3. So my r is going to be equal to 24. Now let's talk about these word problems, right? It says when we see a word problem, we're going to read it. Miss Reed wants you to read it. So it says in 12 weeks, Micah earns $4,500. That's a lot doing yard work. If M represents the amount she earns each week, we're going to write and solve an equation to represent the situation. So while I could probably divide and solve, they want me to also write an equation. Right? Well, in 12 weeks, she earns so much. That's her total. And M is how much she earns each week. But we don't know. I would have 12M because I don't know how much she earns. But after 12 weeks, she earns that money. And the total she has is 4,500. That is the equation. Now to solve the equation, we would do the opposite of multiplication, which is division. So I would divide both sides by 12, and M is equal to 375. All right, so that is it for one-step equation. Remember, in order to learn the mathematics, be sure you are doing the practice and doing the mathematics.